Welcome to Part 4. In this section, we're going to look at the most important parts of the Math 10.3 Moodle Companion Site, which are the parts that are going to help you to learn course concepts. We're going to look at week number 1, which is a typical week in the course. Every week in the course, it's important to start the week by looking at the week schedule. The week schedule will give you your homework assignment for every day of the week. This is how you will stay up to date in the Math 10-3 course. Remember that after you open the schedule, you can close it by clicking on the X button, and this will take you back to the main page. The rest of the learning activities are found in books. It's really important to open up these books and to participate in all of the learning activities. Let's have a look at week 1. In week 1, there's a bit of a legend that explains to you the icon system that's used throughout the course. So be sure to read that carefully. Let's look at our first lesson, which is on fraction basics. You'll notice that in this lesson, there are 5 different icons. These are the key features that are used to help you learn course concepts. The first icon is the Learn icon, and when you click on the Learn icon, you will be directed to a document that has the lesson objectives or has a learning activity. So in this case, we see an introduction to fractions. And again, to go back to the main page, simply close that document. The TV icon is a really important icon. It has a short YouTube video that is directed at the key lesson concept. And so you can click on that and it'll start a YouTube video.
Hello, this video is an introduction to fractions. The goals of
the third icon is called the More icon. And if you click on the More icon, you'll be directed to additional resources. And so in this particular More document, there are additional resources for each of the 4 review categories. So there are additional resources for fractions, basics, multiplying, dividing fractions, adding and subtracting fractions, and on equations. Some of these resources are videos and some of them are handouts or explanations. So the More icon is very useful when you need some more information. The Solutions icon, which is our robot with the check mark, provides you with detailed solutions to the practice or homework activity. And so this is the answer key for the beginning fractions exercise, and you can see a detailed solution. It's very, very important for you to mark your homework so that you get immediate feedback on whether you're completing the exercises correctly or not. The 5th icon is the Read icon, and this icon may or may not be part of a specific lesson. In this case, when we click on the Read icon, we open up an online textbook chapter on fractions. And so if there's a particular fraction concept that you need to know more about, you can access it from this page. We are focusing on generally the first lessons. Okay, so for example, here's a textbook lesson on reducing a fraction to lowest terms. So the Read icon is used to give you really in-depth information. Let's have a quick look at week number 2. And I wanted to show you that Solutions icon again for one of the textbook lessons. And so your job in lesson number 1 is to complete the workbook pages. And here are detailed solutions for those workbook pages. Sometimes you can use the workbook solution pages to help you if you get stuck. So if you hit a question and you just have no idea how to get started, open up the solutions and you'll get a nice detailed solution. So that's it. You have watched all 4 video segments and learned how to navigate through the Math 10-3 Moodle Companion site. there's probably one more question that you haven't been able to answer yet in the startup assignment, and that is question number 10. Question number 10 asks you when you will be using the textbook rather than the workbook for your homework assignment. There's only 1 week in the course when we will use the textbook instead of the workbook, and that is in week number 15. So if we click on the week 15 schedule, you'll notice that you are given exercises in the textbook. The reason we're going to do exercises in the textbook is week number 15 is our review week. And so we will have completed the workbook, and we need to do some review for the final exam. So there are some nice chapter tests that are available in our textbook, and so we'll be using those. So that's it. This is me wishing you much success in Math 10-3.